No.
Yo, I don't like this fight, Boots versus Lima, man. Yo, for real, why Boots is fighting?
No. You guys was dumping on Teofimo Lopez versus Jerome Boots Ennis. Oh, that's not a good fight. What is Boots gonna earn by fighting Teo? I mean, he's just gonna beat the crap out of Teo, man. I don't want to see that fight. What Teofimo Lopez gonna bring to the table? I mean, look, he's disrespecting. He's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? He's disrespecting the race. Now you get Lima. Now you get Boots versus Lima. Don't complain. You did it to yourself. Blame yourself for being a Teofimo Lopez versus Jerome Boots and his hater. Blame it on yourself. Now you get this. Now you get that garbage. Now you get that trash. Man, please, man. That is the trashiest fight for Jerome Boots and his man. Throw that fight into the compactor. Huh? Hey, yo, for the YouTubers that be around Jerome Boots Ennis, you know who you are. The enablers.
Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Jerome Boots Ennis, man, he don't gotta fight this, man. I don't like what Timothy Bradley's saying about that. Teofimo Lopez gonna beat Jerome Boots Ennis, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna beat.
No. See, that's what happened when you be an enabler to a fighter that is gonna be almost nearly 30 and hasn't really done nothing, hasn't really fought really nobody. Yeah, he's a unified champion. He was a unified champion, but he ain't beat the champion. He ain't beat Earl Spence. He ain't beat Bud Crawford. He ain't beat not even the Keith from Tom Thurman. He ain't beat no Manny Pacquiao. He ain't even beat the Ugas. He ain't even beat the. Put it this way: the only reason he was a lineal champion, and look, I'm a Jerome Boots Ennis fan. That's why I'm a little bit frustrated, because in this community, I was the one that said 6-7 years ago. Go check the archives. Go check the interviews that I used to have with Jerome Boots Ennis. Until these little haters, YouTubers,
Boots, don't be effing with that dude punch, yo. Don't be effing with that boot punch,
you dumb haters. But I said that he was gonna become the king of the welterweight division and gonna become the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. I said that 6-7 years ago. Go check the archives. And nobody was talking about Jerome Boots Ennis in this community. It was me. But he's not. He's not gonna be the second coming. It's too late for that. I don't know who's managing Jerome Boots Ennis, but whoever is managing Jerome Boots Ennis, or whoever he's listening to, is feeding him garbage to the point he's giving us garbage. I don't understand why he didn't take the fight with Teofimo Lopez. He needed that name in his resume. As a matter of fact, he would have been the favorite, even though I believe that Teofimo Lopez had a great chance of becoming a three division world champion, a 3-division lineal champion as well. But Jerome Boots Ennis has the skills and talent also to defeat Teofimo Lopez as well. I believe in the skills and talent of both fighters. Why did he avoid even a Devin Haney fight coming out to Jose Ramirez? Why he even avoid Devin Haney? Really? Vergil Ortiz, you already know he avoided Vergil Ortiz. You know that Eddie Hearn also in interviews where he like, yo, that's great money for the Teofimo Lopez fight. But you guys around Jerome Boots Ennis talked Jerome Boots Ennis out of that fight. Because your hatred towards Teofimo Lopez. And because probably Jerome Boots Ennis is probably young in the mind. He's not young in age, but young in the mind and influenced by people around him. I don't know.
Yo, man, FTO, man. Yeah, FTO, okay. You ain't gonna earn nothing by fighting Teo. Okay. All right.
It was Jerome Boots Ennis after the Stenionis fight in the press in the press conference, in the post-fight press conference, that said that it's easy for him to make a 147-pound division. He said it. As a matter of fact, he was talking to a reporter, trying to dig at the reporter, because the reporters and people was actually insinuating that he can't make 147. And he was going at the reporter saying, man, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all be talking in social media and stuff like that. Man, I make 147 easy. I be eating in the same day of the weigh-in. Or the day before the weigh-in. And now he can't make the weight easy. For Teofimo Lopez. And the biggest name and the biggest accomplished fighter that he could have faced. And now he's going to be facing Lima. In 154, you telling me that the Jerome Boots Ennis need a tune-up? Tune-up for what? Because you got to tune up for something. Tune up for what? Why does Jerome Boots Ennis need a tune-up? For who? Who's going to be fighting next? At least you gonna fight Fundora? You tuning up for, because when you get a tune-up fight, you get a fighter that's gonna mimic the fight that you're tuning up for, the fighter that you're tuning up for, right? So what is Jerome Bruce Ennis doing? I know Eddie Hearn must be like, damn man, I'm losing mad money with this kid. Damn. Matter of fact, the reason why Teofimo Lopez got in a situation with Turkey Out Shake is because Jerome Bruce Ennis ducked him. Because that was supposed to be the next fight in line with great money and a dude that had great accomplishment. And the only reason why, I'm going to say it again because I almost lost my train of thought. The only reason why Jerome Bruce Ennis became a lineal champion, it's not because he beat Stanley Onus. It's because Turkey Out Shake wanted the Teofimo Lopez versus Jerome Bruce Ennis fight and put that Ring magazine belt on the line so then it could be a legacy fight between Boots and Teo. He didn't deserve that Ring lineal champion. And the Ring lineal championship belt is the best fight in the best. Stanley Onus was not the best. Brian Norman Jr. was the best. Y'all haven't done nothing in the welterweight division to even have that on the line. So you guys don't flaunt like, oh yeah, but I was a lineal champion. You wasn't a real lineal champion. That was to put on the line for you and Teofimo Lopez. Now you're at 154. Let me tell you like this. You keep on going like this. Unfortunately, when Jerome Bruce Ennis decides to grab his cojones and balls, it will be too late. When he wants to fight the fight, it will be too late for him. He's going to miss some opportunities. Then he probably moved to the 160 pounds. Ain't nobody going to want to fight. Because to be honest, look at that. Even at 154, they don't have to fight Boots. Zandazai is a champion. He doesn't have to fight Boots. He's not going through the WBO. Fundora doesn't have to fight Boots. Even Vergil Ortiz in precision, not a champion yet, but he doesn't have to fight Boots. He could have a fight with Zandazai. He could have a fight with Fundora. You could easily, when you're ready, you could easily be ducked. Like Demetrius Andre was ducked in 160 when he was a champion. Canelo Alvarez didn't want to fight. Triple G didn't want to fight. Jamar Charlo didn't want to fight. Nobody really said nothing. You know why they say that about Demetrius Andre? Because they always go back. Well, Demetrius Andre avoided the fight with Jamel Charlo at 154. You know, he avoided the fight with Lara. He avoided the fight. And they're going to do the same thing to you. They're going to do the same thing to you, Boots. They're going to do the same thing. Once you think you're ready, ain't that going to be there. There ain't going to be no food on the table because of what you're doing right now. You're losing great opportunity, big fights, big names. If I were you, I'd get away from those YouTubers that you be around. I'd get away from the people that's trying to tell you don't fight this fight, don't fight this fight because it doesn't matter and you ain't going to earn nothing with it. Watch. Take it from me. I was the primary supporter of Jerome Bruce Ennis in the beginning. And now he got in cahoots with dummies. That's what happened. Now he's making dummy decisions.